Hey man, about to jump into this, guys. If you haven't already, subscribe, like, comment this video. Kinds of topics today. But I got a lot on my mind this morning, and this is how I feel better because I don't talk to people in real life. I make videos and I tweet you guys. Speaking of Twitter, hey, I'm active on Twitter. I'm active on Instagram. I'm active on Facebook. I'm active on TikTok. Oh, did I say TikTok? Because that is quite cringe. I know. But I am active on TikTok. So if you guys are, go ahead and follow me on those socials in the description below. And we can continue our interaction in the platforms that are best for you. But yeah, we're going to talk about exactly F and right because I'm about to walk the F out. I am making my rant because people have a problem that millennials don't want to work these days. And I am here to tell you why millennials don't want to work these days and why it's completely justified, in my humble opinion. So, it used to be that you go to work, you get a decent pension, you know, you have a union or whatever it is. I mean, we've had bad work times. I'm talking about the generation before my generation. And for the most part, if you worked and saved your money and were just wise, you'd have a very comfortable life, all right? Especially at a particular era, right before my generation, okay? Because I've seen my parents with minimum wage jobs get a very nice house. All intensive. I don't know how to say that phrase. Doesn't matter. But anyways, because I said it wrong all my life, someone corrected me and now I don't know how to say it. But whatever. They had minimum wage jobs. My mom was just a waitress. My dad, whatever. They got a very nice 3-bedroom, 2-bath home and a safe neighborhood. It's phenomenal. Okay. And even though I'm dressed this way, I do work in real estate. And it's very hard to pull that off nowadays, okay? It's very hard to pull that off because I work with them. And I'm like, you're trying to get into this community? Where do you work? Well, how much? It's tough these days. The cost of real estate, the cost of goods compared to the average, home income, your dollar just isn't getting you very far these days. So anyways, this is what's happening, okay? So I'm gonna pull it up. I think I pulled it up and I took it down, okay? I'm just gathering my thoughts. So what has happened is, right? It's called a positive feedback. You guys should look this up. It's a biology term. It's when one thing happens, it attracts more of that same thing and it basically expedites the cycle. So people are leaving work. And you're left with a few group of people. Now, this first group of people that left work, I don't know what happened. But at some point, or it just got expedited, it was already happening. At some point, people just stopped wanting to work. And at some point, it encouraged that the work would be left to the very great employees. We're not going to hire more people. No, we would hire more people. We're not necessarily going to pay more money to maintain our talent, right? Because companies want to maintain a profit. What we're going to do is raise the responsibilities of everybody else instead of raising the pay. And then what happens? Remember, I just told you, people started not wanting to work. They don't want to raise the pay. They just kept shifting the responsibilities to everybody else, keeping the pay the same. What does that do? Well, now more people want to leave work. More people want to leave work, right? Because of they're just mounting responsibilities and the pay is not making sense. So more people leave work. Job is like, okay, we're going to shift more responsibilities to these few people. You have been great to this company. We're going to give you more responsibilities. We'll give you a slight bit of pay, bit of pay increase, but we'll give you a ridiculous amount of responsibilities. What does that do? Remember, that person was smart in the first place. That's why you're giving them those responsibilities. That person's like, wow, maybe I shouldn't want to work maybe I don't want to work for you anymore. So what does this person do? They go on Instagram, they start their own business, and they start a business about how to create your own business because I'm sick and tired of it. And the next person quits their job because the same thing happened to them. You gave them a ridiculous amount of responsibilities, and in the age of social media, they're like, okay, now I'm gonna make a business about I'm gonna make a business about me making a business and why you guys should all do the same thing. It keeps making the problem greater and greater and greater. So my generation, we see how the executives live. We see it. Before, it'd probably be in the newspaper. When you tune in the news, you might see how so-and-so is living. But right now, in my age, everybody sees how Jeff Bezos is living. Everybody sees it. Everybody sees how Elon Musk is living. Everybody sees how Trump is living. Everybody has access to looking at their Instagram and seeing the yachts and whatever these people are buying. And I'm not ranting as a bad thing. The fact that it's being shared is like, oh, we want it too. We want it too. So we're not working for $9 an hour. We're not taking all those needless responsibilities that the boss is handing down to us, because the boss's on a yacht somewhere with millions of dollars. We know this company has more money. They just don't want to give it to us. That's fine. We will seek other opportunities elsewhere. And I don't want to go too much on this, but like, remember when I told you that they give more responsibilities to you and they slightly may raise your pay? And I say slightly. There are cases where you find yourself working 55 hours a week in the management position. They gave you a slight bump, but there are cases when you're like, you know what? If I'm working these hours anyways, I might as well just be not a manager, not in the leadership position, and just have less responsibility as an employee, and I just check out. I leave. Y'all can't call me. All right? That's another reason you guys are losing your leaders, because leaders are getting wise and they're like, yeah, I might as well just be a regular employee. I might even get time and a half and just dip, because you gave me that little bit of pay I can make up for elsewise, and the headache, the responsibility, the liability is not even worth it. You know? So that's what's happening. It's not that the millennials are lazy. It's just that the millennials are really seeing how people are living, really seeing the unfair treatment. I shouldn't say it's unfair. You know, because oh my God, I'm not really against capitalism. Oh my God, I said it. I'm not against it. I know it has its cons, so I'm not here to speak bad about it. That's a whole different topic. But it's just like, why? Why should I bust my butt for this company, right? When we know the company is founded and its only goal is for the executives, right, and the shareholders to get rich. That's what it's for. And I'm not saying it's wrong. That's just what it's for. If you start a company, if I start a company, the company's objective is to make as much money as possible. And at some point in this process, I realized I can't do all the work, right? So I hire some additional people, or you hire some additional people. But you're only hiring some additional people to support the original goal. The original goal was to make as much money as possible, doing as little as possible. That was the original goal. So by nature, you don't pay a lot of people money. And at some point, if you're not paying them something fair, they're just like, you know what, screw this. I quit. That's what happens, you know? I'm going to find another opportunity elsewhere. I'm going to go work for somebody who is going to pay me who's going to pay me more, but that's becoming scarce. It's not about laziness. It's about people's eyes being opened. We have access to information. Speaking of information, we also have access to false information. Because people post only the best things on Facebook, you think I'm going to post on Facebook that I had 10 cents in my bank account last year, just barely being able to eat because, you know, we had just bought a house and we used up everything? No. And I'm in real estate, you know, so it's like, man, real estate is great. I bought a house and you should buy a house too. Yes, life is so good. Look at this meal. Doesn't matter how much debt I put to get that meal. You know, I can't always afford the things I would eat, right? So that's all you're seeing on Facebook. You're like, he has money, everybody else has money, everyone else is doing well except for me. So I need more out of my employer so I can live like that person. So it's also the illusion, false information. The illusion and false information that people have. So then now they're motivated. Now they're motivated to get something that's not even realistic. They think their neighbor is living something great. They don't know that their neighbor still hasn't paid their taxes to the government. That's why they bought that truck. Am I speaking about somebody really? No, I'm not. But that's why they bought that vehicle, because they didn't take that money and give it to the government. So now they got the vehicle, but the government's going to come back for that tax money. They're going to catch on to them. You don't know those kinds of things. People don't know those kinds of things. So again, it's access to information and the inclusion of false information that's really shaping people's mindset and really shaping how people perceive things these days. And you guys got to come to an understanding of that. Again, I am actually not talking about bad. I'm not talking bad about anything. I'm not talking bad about the employer. I'm not talking bad about Bezos. I'm not talking bad about Trump. I'm not talking bad about any of those people. I'm just literally saying they have resources. Everybody knows they have resources. And more people are like, if I'm going to work for these people, you know, I'm expecting more resources. And if I can't get it, then I'm going to start my own business, start my own side hustle, you know? And when more people say no, I'm not going to work for that amount of money. When more people say no, what's the result? The companies have to pay more, because that's all it is. The companies will pay whatever the dollar amount is that gets you to work. And they have the resources. They have it. And I already know that, yeah, then the cost of goods go up and all this other stuff. There's all these trickle out stuff. I get it. But that's not the focus here. The focus is that's why people are in the position they are in today, or why they think why they have these opinions. And we have to understand that. And then figure out something else. I'm not here to figure out stuff. If I was here to figure out what to do, then I'd be in politics. But I'm in the information business. I just get information. I share what I think. And I could be wrong. But that's what I think. That's my God-given right as an American to tell you what I think. Let me know what you guys think. Because I'm always ready for enlightenment. This is the only reason I think what I think, is I observe what people say. I observe what different demographics say. I observe what women say, what guys say, what old people say, what young people say, what people in different countries say. I put it all together, and I try to make sense of all of it. So until next time, appreciate if you guys do subscribe to this vlog channel. I do appreciate if you guys, follow me on socials. Most of my subscribers are like, right now is going to be my anime base. So it's like, wow. But you guys should know, if you listen to me talk, that I have a lot more interest than just anime. So until next time, I'm Yaboyrocklee. Out. Hey, what's going on? Hey, what's going on, guys? Your boy Yaboyrocklee. Hey, if you haven't already, go ahead and give us a follow on this Twitch channel. Appreciate you guys' support.
Janet.